sociable. Look smart, keep up to date with Pepsi. Drink light, refreshing Pepsi. Stay young and fair and debonair. Be sociable, have a Pepsi.
Hi, this is Joan Crawford. First, I want to tell you how wonderful it is to be part of the Pepsi-Cola team and to be working along with our bottler family to keep our company in its role as the pace setter of the soft drink industry. I say our company because, as you know, I have a deep and personal interest in Pepsi-Cola. And I know that you have the same kind of interest in your company and in the job that you are now performing. To help you do that job better, Pepsi has added to our team the best-known voices in America, on all 4 major radio networks, too. Through their voices, Pepsi is selling more soft drinks for you by continually reminding America's shoppers to take home more soft drinks to bigger, thirstier families across America. I said that Pepsi has added to our team some of America's top radio voices. Well, what better way to start than by introducing NBC's bright young commentators, Chet Huntley and David Brinkley.
This is Chet Huntley in New York.
And this is David Brinkley in Washington. Between us, we cover the important national news.
To most of you, perhaps, we are best known as a team. Well, now we're part of your team, but we're only 2 of the NBC people now working with you. Over 20 different newscasters all over the world will deliver the news for Pepsi during 1960. And on the Weekend Monitor show, for instance, with its staff of communicators, newscasters, and interviewers, stars like Ben Grauer, Hugh Downs, Frank Gallup, and Dave Garroway are drawing large listening audiences for Pepsi. And here's how we'll help make Pepsi a heavier profit maker than ever for you.
By making Pepsi a part of news broadcasts. Since people listen to the news eagerly, they're in an attentive mood, the best kind of mood for our commercials.
By bringing the Pepsi message to nationwide audiences in homes, in cars, everywhere a radio is found.
And reminding those listeners repeatedly to get more Pepsi every time they shop at your store.
Thank you, Chet and David. Now we'd like you to meet a team that's on the CBS radio beam for Pepsi. If you're expecting more in the way of news, these are the men who will absolutely not give it to you. Here are the Columbia Broadcasting System's Robert Elliott and Raymond Goulding, better known as Bob and Ray.
Hey, having a busy day?
Yes, sir. Every day is busy here.
How do you do, sir? I'm Neil. I'm the new Pepsi-Cola route salesman.
Oh, how do you do?
Calling by here every so often.
Yeah, they say they were changing the salesman.
Got a nice store, sir. Very nice.
Thanks very much.
I wonder if
I can give you about 90 seconds of my time.
Yes. All right. See, I wonder if I could have your permission to build a secondary Pepsi display to take advantage of the tremendous advertising of our 1960 Pepsi Network radio campaign.
Well, I've been listening to that. I've heard you do a lot more advertising right now.
Yes, we are, and we'd like to set up a display so people, when they come to the store, will be reminded of what they've heard about Pepsi-Cola.
We're
Terrific. Did you ever taste it?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
We're laden down with displays, but where would you put it? I mean, I can't see any place.
How about around the cash register area? I mean, consumers have to buy a carton then to get their purchase checked out.
Oh, no, it's too busy place there. Couldn't do that.
Well, I don't know how touchy you are. Would you mind if I replaced the whole frozen food case area with Pepsi?
You're out of your mind, Neil.
Well, I could be. But I'm earnest, sir.
Oh, I thought you said it was Neil.
No, I mean, I'm frank and earnest. My name is Neil.
Oh.
I mean, I'm trying to be a good Pepsi salesman.
Well, look,
Hey, wait a minute.
What?
Could I replace all those expensive specialty items with Pepsi? You know, the stuff you make a load of loot on?
No, we make too much on those. We couldn't give up.
Well, I mean, whoever heard of selling egg beaters and toys in a supermarket?
Look, I like
Look
your
at
Pepsi
rates.
campaign. I have the radio on CBS all day, as a matter of fact.
Yes,
but I
sir.
just can't do what you suggest. It's impossible.
I can solve your problem and mine, too.
What's that?
How about my secondary display at the head of aisle 2?
Aisle 2. Well, that sounds pretty good. Sounds all right.
Good.
All right. Well, what's there now?
The Coca-Cola display.
Gentlemen, we're convinced. We know you'll be selling hard with easy laughs. And now, for another look at the Light Refreshments radio picture with refreshing John Daly. What's his line? Moderator of TV's What's My Line, and Vice President in charge of news for the American Broadcasting Company.
Thank you, Joan. As you pointed out, my business is news. And in this year of 1960, it's especially big business. With the great crisis crises in Africa, the ferment in Asia, gigantic strides in space and science, summit conferences, and a national election campaign in the same year, there's never been anything quite like it. It means high and, just as important, concentrated listening. ABC News will make every effort to give fast, complete, and accurate coverage to all the news that counts. And it's good to know that many of our ABC newscasters will be working together under Pepsi's sponsorship.
Thank you, John Charles Daly. And now, let's hear another approach to the 1960 Pepsi team effort. Here is Mutual's Frank Singheiser.
This is Frank Singheiser. As business news and financial editor of the Mutual Network, as well as one of its regular newscasters, I've been watching with extreme interest the growth pattern of Pepsi-Cola. In the minds of more and more people, Pepsi-Cola has become associated with the idea of a cool, refreshing, and more importantly, more sociable aspect of daily life. I've watched with keen interest, too, the progressive changes that have been made from time to time by the Pepsi-Cola Company's national management and by its distributors throughout the country, not only to keep pace with buying habits, but to be one step ahead to anticipate customers' needs. This one single factor, the ability to be a step ahead in a highly competitive field, is the best example I know of strong management and solid leadership. And significantly, too, this factor provides the keystone for sales philosophies from which retail managements can increase product turnover, weekly grosses, and company profits. Leadership always has been the key to success. And in Pepsi-Cola's case, it is well demonstrated by the strong follow-throughs in service, in merchandising, and in sales help that Pepsi-Cola bottlers, a large family of independent, community-conscious businessmen, give their retail clients. That's why I'm most happy to join with my fellow broadcasters from the other networks in suggesting that you, as sound businessmen seeking additional practical ways to increase sales and profits, take complete advantage of Pepsi-Cola's national advertising campaign. This spring and summer drive now underway is the largest in Pepsi-Cola's history. Previous smaller campaigns already have had telling effect. This new larger campaign, hard-hitting, and constantly making people aware of the Pepsi-Cola brand name will make previous successes look small by comparison. It's a bull market ahead for Pepsi-Cola retailers, men who push the wares, who increase the sales, and who reap in the profits. Be bullish yourself. Join the Pepsi-Cola parade. Have a Pepsi, and make sure your customers find it easy to have a Pepsi, too.
Well spoken, Frank, and very enlightening, too. Now you have heard from some of the famous people who will create over 5 billion listener impressions in the United States for Pepsi during 1960. We think this terrific radio advertising effort, backed up by Pepsi's national magazine and newspaper supplement advertising, is a big help to you in your plans for selling a great deal of Pepsi-Cola this year. To help you do that, I want to urge you to get to know your local Pepsi-Cola bottler better. Work with him. Listen to him. You will get his full cooperation in getting the people in your town to take home more Pepsi every time they enter your store. This is strictly a team effort, and I, for one, am proud to be on this team. Thank you very much for allowing me to talk to you. All of us here at Pepsi-Cola extend to you our very best wishes for the best-selling year ever.
Be sociable, look smart, keep